All right, Shalom. We'll start first by giving all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halal, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, and greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the house of David the elect. Shalom. Um, I saw an image the other day about this case. I'm sure brothers have probably heard about it, but it made me think about this movie, Get Out, and pretty much the premise of the movie, which is actually the premise of you Edomites out there. The Edomites are the so-called white man. He's Esau's your forefather according to the scriptures in Genesis the 25th chapter. You know, and you're the people that call yourselves white or Caucasian, but you're the ones that actually come from Esau, which your skin is actually red and translucent. But it's really about the spirit you have in you, and this all ties in. So basically, in this movie Get Out, if any of you have seen it, if you haven't seen it, go see it. But I'm about to give away a little bit of it, But anyway, so the point is this: in this movie, they show how the so-called white man wants to be black because he wants to have your physical attributes and your physical gifts that you Jakes, which are you Israelites, you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, by father line and spirit, not by physical look or skin, but of you Israelites, man. They want those physical attributes, and in the movie, they hypnotize and put the spirit back in these Jake's bodies, whether it was the black woman for the grandmother, or the grandfather was the black man, or so on and so forth. They were doing that in this movie. So that's not just a fictional movie, because when you go to this chick, which is the topic of discussion, Martina Big, I'm sure you brothers heard about her. She's, I believe, German, from what I looked at and seen, a German woman that wants to be you Jakes, man. Want to be just like you Negroes, man, like the so-called black woman, you know. Whether it's the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, or you South American tribes, because you tribes were dark skinned also, and so a lot of you still are. With this woman, she went and had, but beyond the breast enhancements or whatever, all of that, but the more troubling, so to speak, or the more something that you gravitate to, the fact that she was tanning and tanning. In fact, let's see if I can find one of her. Yeah, this is all her light skin, where she kept tanning. This isn't the one. Let me see if it pops up. There was one I saw with actual stages week after week. She was first tanning. Let me see if I can find it. And then here we go. She at first was tanning, and then she wasn't getting dark enough. Tanning beds and chemicals or whatever she was doing. So then she went to the doctor so she can get that rich dark skin tone like you Jakes have, man. Because they were given a curse. The same mark of Cain they were given, and that marks the people that they are. And what's crazy about it is when you go back to what she looks like now, she looks like you Negroes, man. Look like the end of. Now you can say she looks like we're gonna ignore the whole breast enlargement part. Whatever with that. Who cares about that part? But she looks just like one of them chicks off of White Chicks. One of the Wayans brothers off of the movie White Chicks. And a lot of you Jake women look like that also. I typed in black women blonde. That's all I typed in, and watch what comes up. Images. Let's see if it can pop up. Come on. Don't act stupid now. Let's see if we can something. Yeah, it's moving. We can get it. Hold on. Man, it's Esau's. Anyway, you type in black women blonde and look who pops up, man. You know, it ain't even just about who pops up, but look how y'all look. Look how y'all look, man. This is the so-called Negro woman, the nigger woman, man. This is our people. Look, Rihanna, who was that up there? Nicki Minaj, uh, whatever her name is from the Black Housewives, or who gives a shit? Like this model chick, models, whatever. Look, Beyonce. I forgot that chick Eve. Look, Eve. Eve. This is Eve from the garden. Look, this is our women. Looking like you trying to look like them and they trying to look like you. How crazy is that? You trying to look like them and they trying to look like you. Look at this shit. You guys are both caught somewhere in the middle. This shit is not gonna work right now. This thing's been tripping. But anyway, so that's the point. But the difference is you can't get that spirit though. You can't get, you black women, you've taken on the so called white man spirit as much as you possibly can. But you so called white people, you Edomites, y'all can't get our spirit, man. You can learn hip hop style and the things about our people, but you cannot get our spirit. You know, the Most High gave us a special spirit to have, but we're in wickedness right now. We're in wickedness. So I'm gonna go into some scripts. I'm gonna go back to this chick. There we go. Try to go back to her. Yeah, let you just look at how they try to be like us. Now, this woman may be an Israelite, and she's just trying to find herself back. But hey, you were given that curse. Well, either way, if she is one of us, hey, she was given that skin for right now. Because we have a confusion of faces. We here at Great Millstone, we believe not all Jakes are like Cesar Chavez or Richard Roundtree, as the apostles say. They don't all look like Shaq and whoever else. They look like and Geronimo and whoever else. They look like in the Native American. They look like different spirits. Different flesh, but you can't get our spirit, and that's the difference. So let me hit a couple scripts, man. Of one of them, yeah, I forgot about that one. One of them was this in Genesis the 36th chapter. Open right to it. It's beautiful. Because Esau has always been trying to get his pigment back. But matter of fact, let me go to the 4th chapter first with Cain, because Cain had a big problem, which was he was the first leprous person on the planet. So I'm going to go to Genesis chapter 4, and I'm going to start at verse 11. He said, "Now thou art cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth and received thy brother's blood in thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth." And what's the mark of that fugitive and a vagabond? It was the curse of leprosy, the mark of Cain. He was given that. So you can recognize that first murderer upon the earth. In verse 13 it says, "And Cain said to Yahweh," by Shem Yahshua anyway, it says, "My punishment is greater than I can bear." Because being the only person walking around the earth with that look, with that leprosy, with that pale skin, and everybody else on the planet was a brown, they're gonna be like, "What the hell is that?" and want to try to kill it. They didn't know what it was. Something's wrong. They never seen that before. And then it said, "Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond on the earth. And it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me." It said, "And the Lord Yahweh said unto him, Therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord Yahweh set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him, which was that leprosy he put on him. Because leprosy, contrary to the Book of Mormon, I believe is Second Nephi. Let me take a look. I believe it's Second Nephi, the second chapter. Let me take a good look. I have a Book of Mormon in here. Let's blow the dust off of it. And we go into this book not for belief, but to battle. This is some of the things that we gotta do, man. We gotta go into these other religions or whatever, so to speak, because we gotta know the points that they come from. Yes, Second Nephi. Refresh the page. Cool. Second Nephi, the 5th chapter, the 21st verse. It says, this is in the Book of Mormon, which is gonna say the opposite, right? It says, and he had caused. Yeah, this is Nephi talking about the Lamanites, if I remember right. Yeah, it said, and he had caused the cursing to come upon them, yea, even a sore cursing, because of their iniquity. Sounds like the same thing, right? For behold, they had hardened their hearts against him, and they had become like unto flint. Hard-headed, sounds like the scriptures. Sounds pretty good so far. Wherefore, as they were white and exceeding fair and delightsome, that they might not be enticed into my people, the Lord God did cause a skin of blackness to come upon them. So they were fair and white, as in the Book of Mormon it says. Then he caused the skin of blackness to come upon them. So that was the curse. But the scriptures say the opposite. The scriptures say the opposite. And I'm going to prove it. Let's go into, where did I want to go? Yeah. I'm going to go right to, first off, Leviticus 12. No, we got 13. Yep, Leviticus 13 ties right into these images, right? Ties right into them. You know? Why does she do that? Because she hates being white. Look at this shit, right? It says, but the even colder part about this script is this. That is gonna pop up. They don't want to show your shame, huh, Eve? Whatever. Anyway, it says, this is Leviticus 13:29. If a man or a woman have a plague upon the head or beard, I should have put you Jakes on there also. All you Odell Beckham Jr. wannabes walking around with dreads with blondes on the ends and whatever else. Because this applies to you too. It's not just our women that do it. It's you niggas that do it too. You know. And you do it, but you're trying to be like your oppressor, man. I'm gonna get to that. Anyway, it says if a man or, it was Genesis 13:29, so if a man or a woman, no, this is Leviticus, Salakia, Leviticus 13:29. If a man or a woman have a plague upon the head or the beard, then the priest shall see this plague, and behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow thin hair, stringy blonde hair. Let's see, she even went to the curly. But let me see if I can get it. She even went to the curly. Then, trying to be nappy, trying to get the whole thing. But you can't hide the look. It's the same woman. Right? Trying to be you Jakes, man. I'm trying to tell you. Because they know in their spirit. That's why they're always at the tanning booths and trying to put on skin bronzer and so on and so forth. Anyway, it says, then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, meaning lighter than the skin. Like, if your skin is brown, but then it's like white, it's not supposed to be like that. It says, and there be in it a thin yellow hair, it's like a yellow thin hair, and the priest shall pronounce him unclean, or her. It is a dry skull, even a leprosy upon the head or beard. That's a plague. Yep, it says, and if the priest look on the plague of the skull, and behold, it be in sight deeper than the skin, not in sight deeper than the skin, and there is no black hair in it, and the priest shall shut up him that had the plague of the skull 7 days. Yeah, so that but you still got that plague. It's a plague upon you. Just tying that in now. The Lord had actually plagued Miriam with that same plague. And we're gonna go to the point. Basically, this is when Miriam and Aaron came to Moses for marrying an Ethiopian woman, right? And then they spoke against him, but he didn't speak against the Most High. Didn't get as angry with Aaron as he did with Miriam, because she was out of place. Even though she was the big sister, she was out of place for talking to him like that. So I'm gonna jump to the point. It's at verse 9. He says, "And the anger of Yahweh was kindled against them, and he departed. The cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous." Now I'm gonna read down for the point to see that they looked upon it like it was too much. It's verse 11. It says, "And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned." He said, "Let her not be as one dead," because all the color was drained from her. When you look like they say you've seen a ghost, or when you perish and all the life leaves from you, you become pale. Right? And that's what happened to Miriam. She became leprous. It says, where'd it go? Yeah, it says, let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. And Moses cried unto Yahweh, saying, Heal her now, O power, I beseech thee. Yeah, heal her now. Give her back her color. And that's what these women want. That's what they want. These Edomites, just like in the movie Get Out, they want the endowments that you were given in your flesh. They're not spiritual, and they feel like they can learn to sing and dance and do all of. They can be taught that stuff that you Jakes willingly sell it, but they want your skin color as well. They want your muscles. They want your sexual endowments. Of the women and the men. This place is crazy. They want to be the Jew more than you want to be the Jew. That's crazy. They want to be the Jew more than you. Matter of fact, let me get that right quick in Revelation. I'm going to start at chapter 3. Revelation 3 and 9, it says, Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. The people that say they Jews are so-called white people. If you're going by skin color, they got the mark of Cain on them. They got leprosy on them. Those are the tribe of Amalek when you go into the Dukes of Esau. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to that next. It says, Behold, I will make them to come to worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. That they have loved the real Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, according to their father line. And not according to their mother line, but according to their father line. Revelation 2 and 9 says, I'm here. It said, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty. Those fake Jews, man, they're not in tribulation and poverty. They run the world. They're the ones rapping the gavel across the earth. They're the ones in this Illuminati, secret society, G20s. They're the ones running all of this stuff, puppeteering Putin and Trump and so on and so forth throughout the earth. The Evelyn Rothschilds, the 13 elite banking families, him and the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the so on and so forth. You know, do the research and look those people up. Anyway, it says, but thou art rich, because we are the real children of the Most High. We really have that spirit within us. You know, it doesn't even matter what your flesh looks like, but we still have that spirit in us that connects to the Most High. Like it says in Revelation, the Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High God. And then you go to Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter, it says he will make us a special people above all the people upon the face of the earth. Anyway, it says, and I know the blasphemy of them, which is back in Revelation 2 and 9. It says, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. Yeah, that's who they really are. The Antichrist, the anti-anointed, you know, the when you go into the word Satan, it means adversary. Yeah, they're adversary of righteousness. So let's go into the Dukes of Esau right quick. Go over there right quick. Because even back then, that gives you some info on how this man got down. Genesis 36, I'm going to start at 1. It says, now, these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Esau took his wives of the daughters of Canaan. When you go into the Canaanites, they were Hamites, man. The dark-skinned nations, man. Because he wanted to try to get that pigment back. It wouldn't change his spirit, but he tried to get that pigment back. So he went into the darkest nations on the planet. The Ham is where the father of Canaan. You go into the Zondervan's Compact Bible Dictionary, it'll tell you. It'll list all the dark nations. Canaan was one. Ethiopian was another. The Egyptians was another. Different African nations, as they're called today, you know, because he wanted to get that pigment back. Trust me, he's still trying to hide that curse. That's why he tans. That's why he does stuff like this German model Martina Big does. You know, they do this stuff. That's why they're always tanning. They're always shaving their hairy ass bodies and tanning. You know, because they want to be like we are. They know there's something wrong with that. You know, and it goes from that point in Genesis, it lists the different tribes. Let me go into this Proverbs, the 3rd chapter, because this is bad. Because when you go into to black women blonde, I don't know if this is going to pop up or not, the images. When you type in the black women blonde, this is what you get. Our people, matter of fact, go back real quick. Black blonde. I bet men should pop up now too. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Putting black men blonde real quick. Oops. My bad. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me. You shouldn't see this shit, but what do you see? Chris Brown. I think that's Cisco. Look at Dennis Rodman, of course. Made it famous. Look at this. That old Odell Beckham looking shit. Look at this. Look at Jake, man. Yeah, this can happen naturally. Tiger Woods, look, this can happen. Kanye did it when he went to go meet Trump. You know, this can happen naturally within our people, but our people are actually doing this on purpose, though. This Jake right here did that on purpose. These niggas is doing that on purpose. You know? On purpose, man. For what? Look at, I think that's Jaden Smith over there. You know? It says, Proverbs 3:31, it says, envy thou not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. Well, Esau's trying to get out of it, and you, Jakes, are trying to be him. He's trying to make himself into the Jew as much as he can, and you want to make yourself into the Edomites. Trying to subvert that blessing, man, that he got way back in the garden. Well, way back in Genesis 27th chapter, in the 25th chapter as well, when they made the first deal, the first part of the deal for that blessing. You know, Esau gave up his birthright for some uncooked meat, some raw meat. You know, but that's the mentality that's going on today. That's how destroyed our people are. We don't even realize that we're trying to be like our oppressors, man. We think it's cool. We think we can take everything and make it cool. No, man. The Bible just told you that this was a plague, a curse of leprosy, a skull. You know, but that's what we want to take on. But meanwhile, they got their people trying to be like us. They got their people really trying to take our physical gifts, our physical bodies. You know, and this movie talked about it, which I know this is brothers have seen the movie and all of that, but it just tied in when I saw that picture of that chick. You know, remember the dad was talking about he lost to Jesse Owens in '36 in front of Hitler. You know, I forgot those guys' names, man. That did the Black Fist at that what was that 60 with Jesse Owens. I mean, Salah. But see, he was out there running because he was faster. He thought he wouldn't let it down. He still goes out and runs. Like this goes that deep, man. Esau really wants the blessing, but you Jakes don't want to be Esau. Every time we talk about who the so-called white man is, or who the 12 tribes of Israel is, guess what? A Jake comes up and is like, well, how come the white people ain't on the sign? Why are you worried about them? Why are you worried about who ain't on the sign? But they always go to that oppressor. They always go show they Stockholm syndrome. Where the white man at? Where the white people at on? How come they not on the sign? Because they don't belong on the sign. That's why. Because it's ain't for them. We gonna tell them their judgment, which is to go into slavery for all the shit that they went through. You know, with the other nations, what about the Africans? They going into slavery too. What about the Asians? They going into slavery too. What about the East Indians? Arabs, they going into slavery too. All these the Polynesians, they going into slavery too. If their spirit don't go back, they may look like them other nations, but if their spirit don't go back to the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, the true Israelites of the Bible, then they're going into slavery. And there's some of you Jakes, the Lenny Kravitz and all of them other ones like that, Lisa Bonet's and whoever else that are tares that look like so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Zimmermans, those guys that may look like Jakes, but their spirit goes back to the so-called white man or to a heathen. They're going into slavery, man. No matter what they look like, and if you're an Israelite, you're gonna be in the kingdom of heaven, no matter what you look like. Now the path getting there is another story. You know, because only the elect is gonna get salvation, but the rest will come back in their right mind in the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, so so stop trying to be them when they trying to be you. You know, they trying to be you, so stop trying to be them. It's time. The truth is out there. It's time to wake up and be yourself. You know, it's time to wake up and be yourself, you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Be proud to be who you're supposed to be. You know, we're in wickedness right now, but guess what? See, it never want to pop up when I'm on. You know, it's time to wake up. The truth is out there. The Bible, the seals of the Bible are open, showing you everything that you need to know. The men of the Lord are on the streets already. Anyway, so with that, I'm going to close out. Say, call halal, Yahweh, Bashim Yahshai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and they rule well. Greetings, salutations, and blessing unto the elect, the house of Israel. With that, I say shalom.